Welcome to Deep Thought. Villains don't think they're evil. Yeah, this is one of those philosophical ones and stuff, right? Like, man, I can give you a great example because people still talking about that Black Panther movie and, the thing with Killmonger, right? People getting into it. Now, it's interesting, right? Killmonger was the quote-unquote villain in the movie. But people didn't see him as such. Many people, they were like, nah, that's the real hero. There's even a statement by, Chadwick Boseman, that Killmonger was the real hero. So, the thing is, when we talk about villains not thinking they're evil, it really gets into a bigger question, the answer, a thing of good versus evil. What's good and what's evil? And I would say it like this. It's relative. It's relative. Let me give a great example. The fox in the hen house. Now, from the hen's point of view, if a fox is in there, that's evil. That fox is evil. He trying to eat them. Right? Okay, that's cool. Right? They like, shit, that's evil. Oh, man, there's fox in here. But from the fox's point of view, what he's doing is good, and any attempts to stop him would be evil. Y'all see how that works? See, everything, it depends on your point of view, what's evil and what's not. I mean, we can call several figures in history evil, right? And I'm going to use a great example. Hitler. Now, most people see him as evil. Most people see him as evil. I see him as evil. Yet you have people to this day who pretty much worship him. They don't see him as evil. See, good versus evil is really is an artificial concept, because when you get down to it, it's saying my perspective is right and yours is wrong. But how can we say that? I want y'all to think about it. I mean, it's deep when you think about it. Like, I can think personally now, I'm just being honest, I think a lot of stuff is evil. But it's from my point of view, whether I like it or not. A real terrible example, and I'll give an example I really have an issue with, and that's pedophiles. I've said it publicly, and I'll say it right here. Like, if I found out, like, some pedophile would have, like, had touched my son or something like that, I'd kill him. And I'm saying this on a public video. I would kill him. I would kill him. I would torture him. I would leave his body dismembered as an example for anybody else who think about it. And I would go in front of a judge and say, I did it. I'm proud of it. Give me the death penalty. I'll take it. That's how I feel about it. In my point of view, they're evil. Yet, despite saying that, you have some people trying to normalize the behavior. And in the pedophile's view, they're not evil. They're normal. I mean, it is a contrast, and I still say it's evil, and, any attempts to normalize the behavior or say, oh, well, this is just an orientation. Oh, hell, I'd be in the front of the list fighting. I'll just say it like that. I don't give a fuck. But, like I said, they don't see themselves as evil. So we have a different opinion, but we're looking at it from two different points of view. There were many people who saw integration as evil. There was a lot of whites who saw, like, just the whole concept of integration evil. Some blacks too. Or race mixing or anything like that. Now, for the people against it, yeah, it's evil. For the people for it, it's good. When people do things, they ultimately, people do stuff what's in their best interest. And it's us against them. I'm right and you're wrong. But as a concept, ultimately, it really is that there's nothing that's intrinsically, like, just objectively evil. And here's the thing. There's nothing that's objectively, intrinsically good. It comes down to or it comes down to our personal beliefs, our cultural beliefs. It was normal in many cultures to conquer other cultures and have all the justifications for it. Now, to the culture being conquered and facing that type of oppression, facing that type of aggression, what the other one's doing is evil. Be clear. And like I said, I ain't gonna say who's right or wrong, but I know if someone's just trying to oppress me, well, I'm good and they're evil. It's just that simple. But that's a personal view. That's a subjective view. Because am I the hen, or in my case the rooster, or am I the fox? Because a lot of people, like like lions. People watching nature special and is like, yeah, look at that lion, like bag that whatchamacallit. Or just an example now, because I used an example in one of my videos of like I haven't had deer meat in a very long time. Well, from the deer's point of view, my ass is evil. If you can communicate in whatever language or whatever form deers communicate in, and you ask a deer, well, what do you feel about these people eating like your cousins and stuff? That's evil. Or, let me give you an example just hit me since I was talking about deer meat, cows. In significant parts of the world, well, like places like India, or even with people who follow the philosophy of veganism, eating a cow is evil. Eating a part of a cow, any part of a cow is evil. Yet, you have millions, possibly even billions of people, at least millions, who make their livelihood based on the eating of that cow. Who are able to support their family because they own like some burger place or a burger franchise or something. People who've taken the money that they make from those burgers, because you can find burgers any place. You go to pizza places and find burgers. All those people, do they see eating a cow as evil? Or me, I've said publicly, I love some buffalo wings. Yet I've seen videos. I've watched videos where it said how they come about. Now, somebody could say, because I love buffalo wings, I'm evil. Right? Y'all see how that works? They can say, hey, damn, that's some evil stuff to eat. And I'll sit there while I'm dipping the buffalo wing in the blue cheese and say, yeah, man, you right. And, they can say, Rom, you evil for doing that. And I say, well, yeah, I can see you evil for trying to stop me. See how that works? See, because it's no easy thing. Because you got some very kind people, some very kind-hearted people, right, who will eat the butt out of a pig. Even a prominent vegan said that one time. He actually said that, he met some righteous people who will eat pork, and there's some evil people who are vegan. But, as I said, it's all relative. It depends on one's viewpoints and everything. And it's deep when you think about it. It is deep. Is there an objective thing that says you shouldn't do something? Is there an objective thing that says, somebody could say killing is evil, right? Killing someone is evil. Okay, but with that person that you have to kill is somebody who's attacking either you or a family member. Now, like I said earlier, I have no problem saying it. I don't give a fuck who cares. If I ever find out or even had a pedophile come near my child, I would dismember him. As something or everything else. And I will any real movement to legalize it, I'll be one of the main people fighting it. But it's relative. It's relative, no matter what I think about it. No matter how personally evil I think it is, for somebody else, they don't. And it's deep. It's deep. The whole good versus evil, because it is relative. It's relative. It's perspective. That's why you can get some people, they can have a stand on something one time, and then through experience or whatever, years later, have a completely different stand. It's a pendulum. That's why, you can get some woman She can hate a dude's guts, think everything he do is evil and bad, and then is having wild, passionate sex with him a year later. I've actually had that. I've actually had women who, they could be in the same room with me, couldn't stand me, could be in the same room with me and would not acknowledge me, not even look at me or acknowledge me, doing vile things to my body like months later. I've had that happen a few times. You know? So what changed? I was evil before, but now I'm good. Y'all see how that works? So it's something. It's a serious philosophical question. Because even when someone tries to frame it in the terms of maybe even their spiritual beliefs, right? Someone would say, well, it's evil because our holy book says this and everything. I was like, well, that's still relative. That still, is it objectively? Because what happens when what a person say in their holy books contradicts and even opposes what's said in another holy book? I mean, really, that's the basis of a lot of spiritual conflict. Most of the conflict in the world, I'm gonna just say, most of the conflict in the world is just conflict over spiritual beliefs or philosophical beliefs or ways of thinking. You know? Because, and I'll give you another example, good versus evil. Good, is it good? Is it evil? South Africa. You got South African, black South Africans, shoot, they try and kick, Afrikaners off the land. Which they did in Zimbabwe now for, the native South African groups. Kicking them off is good. And Afrikaners are evil, but then the Afrikaners, even though they've only been on the land for maybe 100-something years, I mean, you guys, they didn't, that's all they knew. That's all they knew where to go. That's why a lot of Afrikaners didn't leave South Africa when, there was a shift in power. This is their country. So, attempts to move them off the land, that's evil. So who's right? And think about it. Before somebody say, oh, no, it's evil, it's like, no, you're thinking about it from your point of view. Look at the other side. That's why that's a deep-ass question. That's why I would just say my statement to it is, it's still all relative. It is. It depends on which side of the fence you're on. And ultimately, it depends on what's good for you. It might not be good for the other people, but it's still relative. So it's hard to say what is right. And it's deep. It's no easy answer. I can't stand firm and say this is the right way. I can't stand firm on it. So I can come with all the rationalizations or something, but it still comes, no matter what, it still comes down to perspective and which side of the fence you're on, or choose to be on. So anyway, right, I know that I done hit y'all with some stuff, but that's cool though, because, the channel here is to make you think. It's not in, I know I should get, and I look forward to like some intelligent thought up stuff in the comments about it, because it's not, if you think about it, it's not an easy thing. And I don't profess to be the expert, but it's something to think about. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Talk to you later. Peace.